This is the Saracen Traverse Elite. It's a 120 100mm suspension bike designed for all-round trail use, I guess.
Yeah, and it's got an interesting material use, hasn't it, compared to other bikes?
Yeah, it's an alloy front end, and the rear triangle is made from carbon. So it's a one-piece carbon back end, so there's no pivot by the dropout, and the idea is that the seat stays flex enough just for the small amount of movement needed to make the suspension linkage work, which is a perfectly acceptable way of doing things, especially if you've seen how much aeroplane wings move. And
yes.
Yes.
But it is the opposite way around, so we see a lot of bikes with a...
Yeah, we see a lot of carbon front end, alloy back end on the cheaper models. This is the other way around. It's reasonably common. Saracen has done that in the past with their Killy Flyer frames. So yes, it's got full kind of Shimano SLX XT spec. Has pretty chunky Fox 34 forks up front, and reasonably kind of all-round kind of fair weather.
Fair weather, but not too fair weather. They're not. You know, there's definitely a shadow there.
Yes.
With the tread. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's only for whizzing round between race tape. I think you can definitely do a bit more than that on it. And
that's shown by there's a 125mm dropper post here.
You could definitely fit a big one in there.
Yeah, you could get a longer dropper post if you wanted. Tons of standover, and certainly all the gears, all the suspension really you'd need for a sort of fast trail centre bike. Southern England, to be geographicist about it.
But we've tested it in Northern England and it has been fine.
It's been been absolutely great all round. Quite a long reach or quite a long stretch. I think technically the bike's reach is pretty normal, but it's quite a long stretch because of the layback seat angle. So
and it kind of gets longer the taller you are.
Yes.
As well.
So it's quite a stretched out kind of mile munching type feel to it, rather than it being a sort of flickable, gnarly trail bike. Yeah. It's more of a big days out and big long events kind of bike.
I did find that I felt like my feet were quite far in front of me, or in front of my hips anyway, between my height and the positioning. So if you were to run your cleats either very far back in your shoe, or you run flat pedals like me, you might find that is less comfortable than somebody who pedals on their tippy toes, I think.
Okay, so there you go, that's the Saracen Traverse Elite. Yours for a mere $299.99. End.